Right. So, Jean, in the previous book, you were sharing about how purposeful parenting came to be. So what happened after the book Purposeful Parenting that led you to where we are now?
Well, probably a year or maybe even 2 years ago, God began putting on my heart that I was hiding His glory. And in praying about it, I realized that God had really done a lot of miracles in my marriage to GK. We were divorced for 3 years and remarried, and in that time, GK had sort of lapsed from his faith. He came back to God, and God, at the time of the divorce, of course, I had a very hard heart, and I was very angry at him, and God softened my heart, and He really worked it back, that we were just both came together under the love of God. And so it turned out to be a beautiful thing, how God had miraculously healed our marriage.
Right. That's
so
amazing.
So God was putting on my heart, because all the things about marriage had been cut out of purposeful parenting, and God had said, I'm hiding His glory. So then I started praying to God, God, I'm in my 80s. Could you please send me a helper? Because it would be so nice to have a helper to help me. And so that's when we were at CBS. We were both in the same core group at CBS, and we'll tell them about your story, because we were sharing what we wanted to get out of life. He might like it there.
Our lovely leader, Kathy McGill, in our group, asked us one day, what's your future dream? And we were going around, and when it came to me, and I don't think you had spoken yet.
No, I hadn't.
When it came to me, I said, I've been editing, and I taught literature. I really want to begin writing what's on my heart for myself, what I feel God's calling me to write. And I know it's somehow going to be related to family and personal stories and accounts and just what's on my heart. And then when it came around to you, you kind of went, oh, which was cool, because then you kind of had the idea, oh, maybe we should pray about doing something together.
Well, what? It just instantly... when you thought, because I had admired how you shared and how you had worked through that, that you were so young and becoming your authentic self, and you were only in your 20s, and I thought all the
30s.
work 30s, all the work you'd already done. And so then, that when you said that, the thought began, was triggered in my head. But then Kathy looked at me and said something like, Jean, you look like you have something to share. And when she said that, I just said to you, I think we should write a book together, because I had this idea about marriage and being authentic. Actually, your idea was the authentic part. My idea was really pushing marriage, that in this day of partnership and all that God wanted, He created marriage. And so then, of course, it came together that the more authentic you are, the better chance you have of a happier marriage. So it all came together with our common ideas, and it was a relationship made in heaven, because it's so unlikely, you at 33 and me at 84 having so much in common.
Right, yeah, for sure. To be so like-minded, and
yes,
it's really amazing. I really feel like it's totally God orchestrated.
I do
you
too.
Said, especially just the timing of it. So many other, I don't think any other year it would have worked for me. And here I am moving in a couple months, and we're doing this. It's so awesome. And then you with your previous book, and then taking care of GK, and I was working, teaching you, and so were you. So it's just, the
timing is perfect.
Who we are, what we're interested in, it's just awesome.
You moving and selling the house, you know what? God just works through all this, and I just feel it's a fabulous blessing, and He's going to bless us. And I tell you, I got my baby fix in I love kids, and it also makes me realize that everyone should have children in their life, because it's really, I just love just seeing your two beautiful young children and interacting with them. I think they're adorable.
Jean lets me bring them to her house in Coda, which is amazing.
It's a treat.
Thank you, Jean.
No, it's a treat. It's my blessing. Thank you.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.